Jacob Lenhoff Tours the World, Part 2, with Dean Colfax.
Wexford.
So, the best thing that's happened to me this year has been that I have managed to leave a 3-decade-long career as an automotive technician and begin working for a company in the customer service department as the warranty coordinator. So I've essentially gone from working in sometimes intolerably hot or intolerably cold environments that are famously dirty, and being responsible for a diverse amount of very different, complicated technical and electrical repairs, to sitting at a desk, working on a computer, answering the phone, and speaking to people all day. It's an incredible change that was long overdue and incredibly welcome at this point, at the age of 56. So that's undoubtedly the best thing that's happened this year. So this past year has been relatively slow as far as my fitness goals. It's only recently, within the last, say, 6 to 8 weeks, that I really started to try and develop another consistent pattern of regular training, sort of easing myself back into a weight training routine, that comprehensive weight training routine, so potentially the idea being that after 2 years of not having participated in any bodybuilding contests, I'm seriously considering one in November, be the 9th, and it's in Kansas City, Missouri, I believe. So same contest I did in 2017, just 2019, and a couple more years of aging. But I think that given that I have 3 months to prep for this, that I should have plenty of time to essentially, because what I typically do, right now I'm probably at the heaviest I've been since that last contest, so about between 185 to 190 pounds. So I really only have to shed 8 to 10 pounds of body fat. Not at all unrealistic, and certainly 3 months is more than enough time to do it. So anyway, been a sluggish 2 years. I kind of reached burnout stage, had to back off, and so now I'm back at it, and I'm hoping to step on stage in about 3 months. I've worked out with friends and family members. Family members have typically been wives. I've had 3. This is my 3rd wife, and I think I can honestly say that the 3rd time's a charm. But the closest person to me has been my training partner. I don't know that I would actively engage in any kind of relationship with someone if they potentially didn't share similar interests. I hate saying that broadly, but who has time for friends? Honestly, anymore. I guess I could make time, but I live in an isolated place. I spend 12 hours a day just engaging in work because I have such a long commute. So I get home, I might have 3 hours, 4 if I push it to myself, or to spend with my wife or whomever I might want to spend time with. I do some competitive shooting, but even that's been, curtailed due to time constraints. So anyway, I'm digressing and rambling. I've worked out with family members. I to some extent think they make the best partners because you have shared interests and it's quality time. It's quality time together. So my wife and I, my current wife, we do in fact work out together regularly. So yes, the closest people to you really make the best training partners.
Widespread.
So I have struggled with this question since I received it. Funniest thing happened to me working out. I can't think of anything. What I can think of, though, are the funniest things I've seen in the gym. Those are countless. There was a gym I used to go out where this one guy would come in, big hairy guy, big barrel, like strongest man type build, but not even that really, because huge get. But he would come in and he would have so much Bengay on that you could smell it literally halfway across the gym. And he had this enormous bag that he carried with him that was always right beside whatever bench he monopolized while he was there, along with then grabbing, in some cases, if we were by the dumbbell rack, 6 sets of dumbbells and lay them all out in front of him, and then do, I don't know, whatever his progressively heavier whatever routine was. I don't know, but that's just one. At the same gym, there was a guy who used to come in, saw him regularly. Always wore the same thing, jeans and a white t-shirt. And the reason he stood out is because it seemed like every time I noticed him, maybe it was because it's just the only time I saw him, but he would be doing curls with a dumbbell. And he would have, this guy probably weighed 145 pounds, maybe. And I saw him over there with 60-pound dumbbells, maybe 70s. And he was literally swinging them up one at a time. And every time I saw this dude, that's what he was doing. Over a period of months. And needless to say, his physique never changed. I mean, he never made progress. But, after a while, after years in the gym, I stopped. Assuming I really didn't ever in anyway, but offering advice or saying anything proactively. If people came up and asked me questions or wanted to know something or asked me something, that's fine. I'd be happy to answer it. But I didn't usually go and say things to people when I saw stuff going on that didn't make sense to me. But there's one other guy I can think of, totally different gym, Tulsa, and this dude, when you think of cartoon characters of guys who spend all their time doing upper body work, especially arms and chest, and never really do leg work, this dude was the archetype. He had good-sized arms. I don't know, speculating 18, 19 inches, not a big guy, not really a great physique in any way, but sizable arms. But he literally had toothpicks for legs. Twigs. His forearm was bigger than his calf. His bicep was probably bigger than his quad. Sad. Funny, I suppose. It's funny in an irritating kind of way, but I've never really had anything humorous happen to me in the gym. It's always been all business. In and out. I'm not there to socialize, and back when I started competing, there really weren't cell phones, so no distractions. So anyway, those are some of the funniest things ever happened to me. There's certainly numerous other tales I could tell, but those are the ones that come to me right off the top of my head. So you can save your lippiness for somebody else. That's right.
I only have it for you.
Since I've been doing it for, I would say, going on 40 years now, undoubtedly for whatever's left of my life. Weightlifting has, training, fitness, weightlifting has been the foundation of me personally as an individual, and it has numerous times over the decades grounded me, helped me stabilize when things had gotten undisciplined and out of control. And there have been periods of time it was like that, you know, through no fault or control of your own. You know, it's just whatever gets thrown at you, and sometimes the things that you are encountering, obstacles particularly, are seemingly insurmountable. And when things have reached that, if I look inside and know that what's happening isn't right and that I need to do something to make it more manageable, the discipline and the physical benefits, the physical and emotional, mental benefits of training have restored me. So, having said that, I have no intention of ever stopping what I'm doing right now until or if I'm holding some weight in my hands and I get called home. So that would be ideal, because having seen my dad and my wife's dad end up in nursing homes, that will not be me. So there you have it. Thanks. So anyway, for anybody who hasn't seen it, check out my YouTube channel.